Hello. What's going on? Gotta do the boring stuff. Hold on. Okay. Put this over here. Prop up that a little bit. Audio sounds just fine. Yeah. There's a small hum for my AC, but I think it'll be okay. I hate listening to my own voice, so I'm taking this earbud back out. Just finishing up the, what quest even is this? I was unlocking some of the... Oh my goodness. Some of the ultimate raids so that I could start grinding for that Phoenix mount that I wanted. And I just couldn't finish this bit before I came on. So I guess we'll all finish it. I do. Verily, 'twas a warding spell of labyrinth intricacy, the brainchild of the head of the students of Baldesion himself. Even the most learned Archon would require some several moons to disentangle such an enchantment. To do so in mere bells would require some preternatural power akin to the very echo itself. I'm gonna be honest, I was loosely following. I'm not 100% sure what's going on. The terminal has been activated. Prepare to teleport to the Etherochemical Research Facility. Oh, level sync. Okay. I'll finish this up a little bit. Hopefully it won't take too long. Let's go. Ooh. I like this guitar. Oh, he died. I don't want to hit Y'shtola. Why am I trying to hit all of my teammates? These guys are weak. But I missed one? Here we go. Alright. Let's be off. That don't look good. He's running away from me because he's scared. Oh! Alright, let's go. This can't be that hard. Oh, I can't hit him. Oh, I'm just running after. Okay, I should probably read the pop-ups. There it is, Van Hydrus.
In the name of the Emperor!
Oh. This won't take long. Nice. Linfina, Crown Nietzsche. Okay, where's Cryo? Oh, my bad. Go, I will stand guard over Mistress Cryo. You must escape, get the Legatus, blah blah blah. Oh, it's down in the corner. Keep the Legatus from his prize. If we leave her in her year care, then you'd best keep her safe. Unu Kalhai. Here we go. Oh, I think that might have clipped me. Oh! Get out of here, dude. Okay, my bad. She's so cool. There he is. Wish I could jump like he could. I say as a Dragoon, the class that does all the jumping. After the Legatus. And still they come. You shall not pass. Press on, Minfina. I will handle this. Last time she said something like that, we had to find her in the middle of, like, the Etheric Sea. So I don't know how to feel about that. I have exposed the bones of their work, now to extract the marrow. Look how my weapon glows. Be scared. Even in the moment of my triumph, you persist through your misguided crusade. So be it. I shall present my prize to the Emperor alongside your head. Let's go. Activate this buff first. Maybe I should not do the dot after, because I think, to my knowledge, the dot is dependent on your, like, on your buffs as well. So maybe I should activate the first buff and then do the rest of the buffs and then the dots. Okay, what are we doing?
Can you withstand this?
This should dodge them all right here.
There is nowhere to run.
Nope, okay, I did not dodge that one. It's okay, it didn't do much damage.
Can you withstand this? Can you
Oh
withstand
no!
this?
You can say something else. Bruh. The buff right now. Oh! Oh, I might not get this. I should be fine. right? Oh god.
Enough!
Oh god, oh no! Oh no! No, 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 no! Oh no. Maybe it was supposed to go down to .1. Menfina. The Tomelith is unbreached then. Cryo! My wounds will not slow my blade should you seek to bar my path. And you would not slay me, no doubt. It would be your final act. True, what is he gonna do? What are you gonna do, buddy? What madness afflicts you, Eorzean fools? The Emperor but desires a means to shackle the icons and their destructive appetites. Why do you rail against your own salvation? It is not for a man to wield such power. The primal energy your Emperor seeks to contain would be as a kindling waiting for a spark. Forget not the White Raven, Legatus. Like thee, he presumed to wield the power of Allag, and invited the calamity in so doing. This star's fate is too important to be decided by any one man, a warmongering savage least of all. Have care, boy, you speak of my Emperor. Awkward. But dying here in defense of his honor would not further his cause. Damn. Well, well, I appear not to be dead. Ow. Cryo. I may have cracked a rib or two, but I'll be fine, honestly. Our foes gave no quarter. Had Unukalhai stinted in his defense of thee, thou mayst be certain thy hurts would be far worse. I could do no less. Mistress Kryl is here at my behest after all. The secrets of Allag are safe for the present, though 'tis doubtful the Legatus will return to Garlemald till the prize he coveteth lieth in his grasp. Then we must redouble our efforts to protect this place. Kryl and I will place additional seals upon the Tomelith. Unukalhai. I appreciate you staying at my side. Thank you. "'Twas not. Oh, please, it was a good deal more than that. You know it. Now let me help you. When a woman thanks you for saving her life, the customary response is "You're welcome." You are welcome. God damn. I always unmute it when I'm playing offline, but I always forget to remute it when I start playing again. And this is always when they get the most talkative, too. Oh, shit. Okay. Let me take care of that. Keep party on here. That works. Okay. Surely this is almost done. I'd like to just get it out of my quest queue. Urianger. Are the new wards already in place? My colleagues yet toil upon their enchantments. I come unto thee in secret, that I might question thee outside their hearing. Question me. Aye, I would speak with the only one who undid the subtlest magecraft, he who invited an imperial legatus into this facility in hopes of engineering the man's demise at the hands of the Warrior of Light. You accuse me of masterminding this day's events. The plan may have been thy master's, but the deed was thine. Thou didst lure the legatus of the 6th Legion into a trap from which he was not intended to emerge. 'Tis plain to me now that thy seeming opportunism in proposing his elimination was feigned, and that his death was the object of thy plan from the first. And you have proof of this. Thine own words betrayed thee. Thou didst speak the Empire's desire to claim the Genesis expression, the existence of which even the learned Mistress Krile was ignorant. Whence, then, did the legatus come by such definitive knowledge? And then there's the matter of mine unraveled ward. None save one possessed of an otherworldly gift could have so swiftly effected its dissolution. Know thee of another blessed with such. Assuming these accusations have merit, what then? Full many times, and oft doth the pursuit of truth lead men down darkened paths. I take no issue with thy purpose, 'tis but thy method I would call into question. In the Garlean Empire we have a common foe. Hadst thou designed to share thine intentions with Menfina or Mistress Krile, 'tis like that we would have closed the trap with less risk to life and more success. I sought to use the most dangerous secrets of Alleg as bait. Who among you would agree to help such a reckless plan? None, and with good cause. Irrespective, thou wert remiss in thy duty to thy comrades. I note with some disappointment that in matters concerning the primals and those who would not control them, the cold rationality upon which thou didst pride thyself is conspicuous by its absence. Know that the salvation of the star is an end too vast for any one of us to accomplish alone. Shouldst thou fail to trust in thy comrades, I foresee thy actions precipitating some terrible misfortune. Wow. Indeed. Can't read tonight. My sincerest apologies, Menfina. Urianger is correct in his suspicions. It was I who orchestrated this encounter with the Empire. I would ask that thou forgive Unu Kalhai this transgression, and keep mention of it from Mistress Krile. 'Twould be a pity for one foolish decision to wither their budding camaraderie ere it had a chance to bloom. There you are, you rotten idler. When Ishtola realized we were struggling with the wards alone, she was absolutely livid. Never mind the warring triad. I have awoken Archon Ishtola's tempestuous wrath. In supplicant mood, shall I return at once, and there atone for mine indolence. Come, Menfina, it is time we return to the Rising Stones. Okay. I'll go finish this and then continue with the main story. We left off talking to... We had to talk to Ralban at the end, right after the... what was it called? The home base of the Alamegan Resistance got raided. Once again, I must apologize for acting without your consent or counsel. As a gesture of repentance and a sign of good faith, allow me to share something of myself with you. As Urianger suggested, I possess the gift of the Echo, though it is of a nature different from yours. Regardless, I would use my gift for the selfsame purpose, the salvation of this star, and nothing poses a greater threat to the world than the proliferation of primal harnessing technology. This I know only too well. What I am about to divulge concerns the fate of another star entirely. On this world, a magic was devised that allowed the realm's champions to use a stone known as Aurosite to contain the power of primals. So armed, these heroic souls conquered god after god, oblivious to their weapon's fatal imperfection, its propensity to bleed primal energies. And with each victory, the heroes changed, transforming at last into fiends of endless appetite, insatiable in their hunger for ether. They ultimately went to war over the star's ever-dwindling life force, and fought until there was nothing left. Thus, as Urianger so astutely observed, when I am faced with those who rush to embrace power unchecked, I lose all semblance of rationality. Know that my master, too, cares deeply about the fate of this star. I am his servant, his instrument, sent here to ensure that the same tragedy does not consume another world. When he first started talking, I thought he was talking about our current world. Okay. I'll come back for whatever he has to ask later. Let's go back to Gear Abonia. Ralger's Reach, that's what it's called. I knew it started with an R. You did well, Minfina. You saved lives. No matter what happens, remember that. Now then, let's do what we can for the wounded. Every minute counts. See to the wounded, Minfina. If they live, help them. If not, move on. Yeah, last time I was on here, shit went down. Real fast. God damn it, Mefrid. Weren't you the one telling me to use my head and stay alive? Mefrid lies motionless, having breathed his last. Clenched in his fist is a small charm, which you take for safekeeping. He was already cold when I got to him. There was naught I could do. That charm must have been important. You'd best take it to Conrad. Because they also slashed Y'shtola, and okay, Lyse's here. I was trying to remember if they took her. Monago, Mefrid, where are you? This is... He's dead, isn't he? Mefrid was a warrior, always thinking about others before himself. He once had an Imperial patrol chase him nigh on 20 malms so that his wounded would have time to escape. His comrades loved him for it, of course, though that only made him worry more. Did you know that he sent his men in Quarry Mill away because he thought that they were fighting for him and not the cause? Aye, well, he did. The only life he was willing to risk was his own, you see. But that's exactly the man who should be a leader. The kind of man who deserves to survive, not an old fool who's all used up. There's no logic to it, Master Kemp, there never is. Who stands, who falls, in the heat of battle, we can but do our best, as he did. Mefrid will be sorely missed, aye. But because of his sacrifice, many now live who otherwise would not, and they need us, now more than ever. Aye, that they do. Forgive me. I had high hopes for him, is all. I wish I could remember the quest that Mefford was from. Our defeat was no near thing. It was total a humiliation. We were powerless to withstand our enemy's assault. But we cannot afford to dwell on our failure, as Alphino said. It is those who survived whom we must think of now. Rauger's Reach is no longer safe. The Imperials may have withdrawn, but they could return at any time to finish what they began. We dare not remain here. Those who are not fit to make the journey to Castrum Oriens will need to be taken by chocobo carriage. Agreed? Good. I shall oversee preparations for the carriages. In the meantime, I would have you scour the infirmary for any supplies that might prove useful during the journey. That actually reminds me what he said. I came across on YouTube the Chocobo Hot to Go cover the other night. I listened to it probably more than I should admit, I'll be honest. Forgive me, but it is imperative that I continue preparing medicines for the wounded. If you desire treatment, I must ask that you seek it elsewhere. Oh, I see. In that case, you are free to search the barber and take that which you require. I would not have our people dying en route. I would assist you, but this process demands my undivided attention. Is it in here? There we go. Miss, Marshal Tarupin said you might have something for me. Here's your medicine. 12 be praised. This should put the driver's hearts at ease. Tell the Vice Marshal we await his orders. Y'shtola and the others are safely strapped in. Don't worry, I'll be by her side the entire time. Thank you, Cryle. I'll walk alongside. They'll need protection in case the Garleans try anything. Hang on, you're injured too, aren't you? Shouldn't you be in one of the carriages? I'm not so frail that I can't make the trip on my own. Besides, there's still work to be done here. I'll see you at the wall when it's finished. As you wish. Then let us set forth at once. We shall move as quickly as our comrades' health allows. To Castrum Oriens. You saved a good many of my men, and I cannot thank you enough for that. But the fact remains, our forces were decimated, and this state will not be mounting an assault on Castrum Velladina or anywhere else. Excuse me. We need to be honest with ourselves about our prospects, but first we need to put our affairs here in order. Afterwards, I'll join you at Castrum Oriens. Understood. We'll go and speak with General Alden. Man, how long did we actually have Y'shtola back before she got struck down again? Pippin has already departed with the wounded, has he? Good. We have completed our search of the Reach and the surrounding area. As far as we can tell, Xenos and his men returned straightways to Specula Imperatoris after quitting this place. 'Twould seem he lost interest in us. Which brings us to the most troubling question of all. Not how he found us, but why he chose to spare our lives having done so. In war, you kill or capture your enemy. You don't leave him to fight another day. Only a fool would turn his back and walk away, but Xenos is no fool. Whatever his motive, there is neither the time nor the place to think on it. I will leave a token force to watch over the Reach. The rest will fall back to Castrum Oriens. We can discuss our path forward here. When they said go talk to General Alden, I thought they were talking about Pippin. I forgot that Ralbon even had a last name. It still doesn't feel right that Pippin is like his kid either. Kryl is with Y'shtola. She still hasn't woken up, but Kryl says she's through the worst. Given the severity of her wound, we could have hoped for no more. Let us pray she makes a full recovery. We lost a lot of good people, didn't we? I saw it happen. When that Skull's commander cut down Mefred, a single blow, and that was it. Everything he fought for, his hopes and his dreams for the future, gone in an instant. And do you want to know the worst part? It wasn't a Garlean who did it. It was an Alamegan. Gods help me if I ever... No, not now. Not while the general's waiting. Oh, Lyse. If Lyse isn't the one to be able to strike that girl down that killed him, I'm not going to like Stormblood at all.
You risked your lives to save ours, and for that we thank you.
There is no need for thanks. We are allies, are we not?
Aye, just so. Let us not dwell on this tragedy, but look to the future.
The future? I'm sorry, General, but there is no future for us. We've lost too many. Gods, I can still see Mefred with that woman standing over him. They've ripped the heart out of us, General. They've broken us. Our fight is over.
Master Kemp, please.
I'll always hate them with every fiber of my being. For what they took from us then and now. Our homeland, our freedom, our bloody children.
You mean the Skulls? The youths who fight for Xenos?
Grania Lupi, the Black Wolf's legacy and our shame. A unit made up of children born to Alamegan dignitaries who came of age during the occupation.
Dignitaries? I was about to ask how they decide who gets to join that force. And if this sentence is explaining it, I'm going to be honest, I don't understand what it means. What the heck is a dignitary?
Raised to be proud citizens of the Empire, with all the rights and responsibilities that entails.
Oh.
It'd be easy to curse them and call them traitors. But they're our children. Our flesh and blood.
Well, there it is.
If the only way to forge the future we want is to cut down our own, then...
Then what was it all for?
Nargo.
What will you say to the families of the fallen? To the mothers, and the widows, and the orphans? Will you tell them it was all for nothing?
What about their lives? Were they meaningless? They were not.
Listen to the girl. We dare not
She'd
suffer
go
our
into that
comrades'
exact
sacrifices
speech.
to have been in vain. Now is the time to steel our resolve and press on, painful though it may be.
And when Xenos comes back with his army, what then? This isn't the first time, you know. You'll be hard-pressed to find men brave or stupid enough to face him again.
I still can't believe how strong he was. He humiliated us back there. The Warrior of Light included. Gods help us if he's next in
You
line
didn't
to the
have to say
Garlean
that part.
throne.
Loath though I am to say it, we should not be surprised. Before succeeding Van Baelsar in Alamigo, Xenos led the Imperial army to Doma, where he crushed the rebellion utterly. As a matter of fact, Doma remains in his charge to this day. Suffice it to say, Varus's heir is a peerless warrior and an accomplished general. The question is, how are we to contend with such a foe?
We fight, and we keep on fighting until we win. We take the fight to Doma. I have a feeling you're about to tell us. Yeah, I'm going to say that one.
Well, to put it simply, we have one legatus overseeing 2 provinces a world apart. I say we divide and conquer. We kindle the flames of revolution in Doma once more, thereby forcing Xenos to fight a war on 2 fronts.
For that, there would need to be someone left to fight on this front by the time you got back. Look, I'll not deny the plan as promised, and I feel for our brothers and sisters in Doma, truly I do. But I fear we lack the strength to see it through.
Doma is, like Yugiri and... Oh god, his name started with a G. I think that's the same
Have
spot.
faith in your people, Master Kemp. Them and the Scions. Hold fast, rebuild, and when all is in place, we shall defeat Xenos together.
If you're going to Doma, I'm coming too. I want to help our friends there. And make sure nothing like this ever happens again.
I want to go.
Give us the time we need, and we will give you something far greater.
Very well. For all you have done for us, we will fight on. But be swift, comrades. Alamigo has suffered enough.
Field trip. Hold on. Alright. It goes without saying, but the Scions alone have not the strength to topple a provincial government, here or anywhere else. And I'm quite certain the same can be said of the Doman Liberation Front. Nevertheless, we can but go and assess the situation for ourselves and see what can be done. Lest you doubt what good we few can accomplish, I would remind you that my grandfather and his 12 disciples once journeyed to these lands to save Eorzea and her people from a certain doom. Brave souls with an impossible task, and Eorzea lives on. Our present mission may not be as monumental in scope, but it is no less important to the multitudes whom we would free from imperial oppression, whom we will free. Where men go as one, there is life, and where there is life, there is cause to hope. Our grandfather believed that, and so do I. But before we can forge ties with our friends in the Far East, we must first find a way to reach them. Authored is not exactly over the river and through the woods. I'm one step ahead of you, dear sister, or rather, Tataru is, but before we discuss that, there's another issue I wish to address. Much as I would like it if we could all make this journey together, someone will need to remain to serve as liaison to the Alliance and the Resistance during this critical period. Moreover, as Y'shtola cannot be left unattended, then I should obviously remain. Very well, issue addressed. You know, Alphino, I would have been quicker to just ask. It would have been quicker to just ask, and markedly less patronizing. Yes, I suppose. Would you be willing to look after Y'shtola and provide support to Arenvald and the others? Yes, Alphino, I would. You see, that wasn't so hard, was it? Enjoy your trip, and don't you dare return with a gift. Oh, I would not dream of it. Right then, sister, Menfina, Lyse, gather your things. We are for Limsa Lominsa. Let's go to Doma. I'll be really close if I use this. I have plenty of them. I didn't realize they were in my inventory, or that I had gotten them until I was basically done coming to the Waking Sands. They were in my inventory that whole time, and I didn't know. Okay, where do we actually want to be at? Limsa still mixes me up sometimes. This is probably the closest I'll get. Out here. Here we go. Tataru should be here any moment with our ship's captain. So we're going by sea after all. Is Merlwyb lending us our pick of the Crimson Fleet? Not exactly. You are right, inasmuch as we will be traveling by sea. Damn. Regrettably, it is simply not feasible for an airship to travel such a distance without impossibly large fuel reserves, to say nothing of the inevitability of running afoul of the Empire's aerial defenses. But then it is equally infeasible to sail on Eorzean Alliance vessel halfway around the world without the Empire taking notice, which leaves us only one other option. Ah, speak of the devil. Sorry to keep you waiting. May I present to you Captain Carvelane of the Kraken's Arms. Why the eerie music? Am I supposed to know who this is? The Kraken's Arms? Don't tell me you made a deal with pirates. Oh, okay. Greetings and salutations, Scions. I take it from your comrade's tone that you no longer wish to proceed with our proposed arrangement? Not at all, Captain. Pray forgive my sister her outburst. She has ever been one to speak her mind. I, on the other hand, am the very soul of discretion, as many well-respected personages would attest, from the offices of the Admiral to the high houses of Ishgard. Ah, but where was I? Oh yes, the Scions of the Seventh Dawn do indeed still wish to employ your services. However, it is important that you are aware of certain extenuating circumstances. And intent on securing passage to the Far East, you came to us, knowing to be the proud purveyors of said region's finest spices, which you steal from gods-fearing merchants out on the high seas. Alize, stop. We need their help. Whatever privateering the Kraken's Arms may or may not engage in is strictly within the limits of the law, as set forth by our indefatigable keeper of the peace. More to the point, we are pragmatists. I see considerable risk in aiding your cause and negligible profit. Well, I, for one, think the captain has a point. The five seas can be extremely treacherous, and many a poor, unfortunate soul has come to grief out there on the waves. Why, when we were in Ishgard, I heard the tragic tale of how the heir of House Durandare vanished at sea. Even now, nearly 20 years later, the poor count remains convinced that his son still lives, and would pay a sultan's ransom for news of his whereabouts. Now he's vibing. Truly a tragedy for the ages, and a testament to the misfortunes that may befall us should we act without due consideration. Though so long as you are prepared to abide by the capricious whims of fate, I am willing to oblige you this once. That said, in light of the recent rebellion, I trust you understand that I cannot deliver you to Doma itself. I can take you only as far as Kugane in Hingashi. We will require some time to procure sufficient provisions and make ready for departure. I humbly suggest you do the same. Doma, Doma. No, Tataru, go away. No, Tataru. Oh my god. Suddenly, all those hours Tataru passed cavorting and capering at the Forgotten Night seemed rather better spent, do they not? That said, I had intended to press the point more obliquely, and there was something disconcerting about the pleasure Tataru took in making Captain Carvalane squirm. I say we should heed the captain's advice and attend to our own preparations while they ready the vessel for departure. Tataru and I will procure the necessary supplies. Alize, I should be grateful if you would use the time to brief Urianger on recent developments. You may also wish to review the relevant safety procedures in the event of an emergency at sea. How very prudent of you. Very well, I shall go and speak with them. What of Menfina and Lyse? I would like the two of you to return to Revenant's Toll and speak with our Doman allies. I fear we know too little of their homeland, and any information they can provide will be most welcome. When we have completed our respective tasks, I will reconvene here at the ferry docks. Agreed? Sounds like a plan. Let's go, Menfina. Me and Lyse, about to do some detective work. Well, here we are. We'll need to talk to lots of people, so I think we should split up. I'll ask around at the House of Splendors. You take the Rising Stones. I'll meet you here after. Got it? The title that one guy had, I think, is from the... It just reminded me of those, like, scaling dungeons that go from level 1 to, like, 100. I haven't done either of them a single time yet. Greetings, Menfina. What brings you to the toll this day? What? You're for Doma? Heavens, you scions have shown us naught but kindness, but never in my wildest dreams did I imagine you would fight for our homeland. For 25 years we suffered under their tyranny, and then we spied an opportunity, the Emperor, dead, Garlemald in chaos. It seemed the time was ripe. Beneath our Lord's banners we gathered, and fought to reclaim our nation, but when Xenos arrived with the 7th Legion, it was over in an instant. You are truly planning to travel to Doma. I do not know what to say. Forgive me. I shall aid you to the best of my ability. Ours is a beautiful land nestled on the eastern coast of Authard, along the banks of the One River. Our nation thrived, proud and free, until the Garleans came 25 years ago. The river was our lifeblood, free to travel and fish, but travel was soon restricted, and now the river belongs to none. When I first read what he was saying, I thought it said the Onion River. What is it, my friend? You look as though you have something to ask. That you go to join Yugiri and Gosetsu, that's what it is. Yugiri and Gosetsu in the fight fills me with such joy. Forgive my exuberance. You require information, yes? We, of the Nage clan, have served Doma faithfully for generations. My ancestors held positions within Doma Castle. Even now, it is home to the Imperial Viceroy's witch and her host of men and magitech. To think that what was once Wow, okay, hold on. To think that what was once the shining symbol of our heritage, and the dear seat of dear Lord Cain, has become a den for Garlean dogs. I need to start getting an energy drink for before I stream or something. Ah, there you are, learning anything interesting. The older domans I spoke with tried to teach me all about Far Eastern customs and the importance of formality and politeness. I'd like to think Eorzines can be just as stiff and stuffy as anyone, especially as guardians, but anyway, did you know that they eat with sticks? It wasn't all that hard, actually, or at least that's what I thought until they told me I was holding them wrong. And then when I spoke with the younger domans, they just rolled their eyes and told me it was all a load of stupid old... Huh? Wow, what you learned sounds a lot more useful. Unless someone invites us for dinner, of course. I hope they do. Have I started getting the armors that these are to yet? I think I have. Right, no point in waiting around here, is there? We should head back to Limsa Lominsa. Alphino said to meet the ferry docks, I think. There's so many people here. I feel like this is more than I usually see. There's usually quite a few, but this is crazy. Your return, Menvina. I trust you learned much from our Doman friends in Revenant's Toll. I am eager to hear all, though that can wait until we have left port. We will have time enough to talk on our journey to Kugane. Our spice trading friends will have completed their preparations. Assuming you have completed yours, you may inform the deckhand that we are ready to depart. All set, lass. I'll see you to the ship if so. Board the Misery. Oh.
Twelve be praised. Full sure was I that I had come too late.
Urianger! Tell me you haven't come all this way just to see us off.
Nay, my lady. Ere you quit these shores for eastern climes, I wished to share some words of seeming import. Look ye where the sun doth rise. See crimson embers, darkening skies. Look ye where the sun doth fall. See azure lost amidst the squall.
He doesn't say anything else and he just walks away.
Well, that sounds suitably foreboding. Another one of your prophecies, I presume?
Of far eastern origin, aye. It is mine earnest hope that this ancient wisdom may serve to guide you on your journey. For what dangers lie in wait for you upon those distant shores are yet beyond my knowing.
My first thought was dragons, because he said azure, but I'm sure that's probably unrelated.
A parting gift befitting your roundabout ways. Thank you.
I have more than words for you, my lady.
What does that mean? Oh. I want a sword?
It's beautiful. Is it for me?
Could you give it to Minfina for me?
Though undeniably powerful, your ethereal blade taxeth you greatly in the wielding. Not so this rapier, which shall serve you just as well against all but the most formidable foe.
Impressive. It feels as though it's attuned to my ether. I shall treasure it.
Honored guests, say your farewells, for the moment of our parting draws nigh. A fair wind blows, and I mean to follow it.
Hold on, he still has to give me my sword.
It would seem our ship is set to sail. Pray give my regards to Thancred and the others. And
Oh, and take care. We're going to Doma. What's gonna happen? Surely we didn't actually expect to make it there without any trouble.
A
I mean,
fine
they
day,
said
is it
so,
not?
but
Fair winds and following seas. The Misery is enjoying herself. Nevertheless, it would not do for you to spend the entirety of our voyage above deck. Let me show you to your quarters.
this is where they do karaoke. Because they got the stage and the seats.
Not under normal circumstances.
Well, that didn't take long.
Captain! You're needed on deck! Something queer's afoot. The winds died down, the waters went still, and all of a sudden, we were dragged off course.
Dragged? By what?
Can't rightly say,
Leviathan.
sir. But some of the lads are muttering about seeing things in the water. Things that shouldn't be there.
Oh, for the love of... If you will excuse me a moment.
I don't think it would be Sahagin again.
Actually,
but a lot
might
of
I
the
persuade you to join me? Loath though I am to admit it, I have a bad feeling about this.
Sahagin quests I did were the reputation missions. Wow, that looks eerie. I like this. You like barely see out. I like that a lot. It's gonna make for a sick, like, place to fight. Odd, most odd. Well, do you have any idea what's going on? No. As the man said, despite the absence of the wind and current, the Misery is somehow being pulled off course. Well, why not fire up the cerulean engines you have hidden below? An excellent suggestion based on knowledge you should not have. Alas, our engines appear to be malfunctioning for reasons that escape my engineers at present. I'm telling you, Captain, it's them things the lads saw. Things? I don't suppose I could convince you to attempt something more descriptive. An adjective, for example. Seawolf superstitions and fairy tales. Not more. But if you must know, the things which he is so reticent to name are the souls of deceased women said to lure sailors to their deaths. Sirens. Preposterous. Yes, indeed. If it is neither the sea nor the weather which is responsible, then it is probably a predatory entity of some sort, perhaps a siren or some such. For all we know, it could be a fellow spice trader employing magics to seize and plunder passing vessels. Regardless, we have but one recourse, to let the current take us where it will and deal with whatever we find there. What a thoroughly pragmatic suggestion. Oh, I am beginning to like you, girl. Once we arrive at our destination, my crew shall remain with the ship to defend it while we venture forth and deal with the cause of our troubles. Then it's settled. I know not what awaits us, but it will rue the day it reeled us in. Oh, the Siren Song Sea now accessible. I wasn't sure what to expect, but it wasn't a dungeon. Enter with party of other players. Hopefully it doesn't take too long. Tell me I can run up here. Yes! Whoa. That's a little trippy. I wish you could see something in the distance. I get that's the whole point of the fog, but if you like saw something moving. Oh no, definitely don't want to go back to Limsa. Alright, well, here we are. I just now realized this is the same layout as the ones for the Sahagin quest. I don't know why I didn't realize that. I wish I actually got to see my quarters before we had to come back up again. It's too quiet. The fiery one, Alize, was it? 'Tis a pity she holds her profession in such disdain. She would make an excellent pirate. I'm not saying that I believe beyond a shadow of a doubt that vengeful spirits are plotting our demise at this very moment. I'm just saying we cannot discount the possibility. Fair enough. I'll make sure Tataru stays below deck until we know it's safe. Whoa, what? Why are you looking at me like that? I am calm and collected as ever. Carry on. Sounds calm. Alphino was terrified of ghost stories as a child. I'm sure glad to see some things never change. When Alphino was talking to the guy and asked him to be more descript, all I could think about was how I feel like that's something Alize would have said. I had to make sure it was Alphino talking. I'm used to him being super, like, polite, being, like, the polite one. And then she's the one that's, like, right to the point. And, like, sarcastic. Oh my, that scared the shit out of me. There wasn't even music in the background, so when it popped up, it was the... Wow, okay. I guess I'm scared too, of ghosts. No! Oh, eerie. Learning Paladin. What the hell? I haven't seen these before. Alright, let's go. Banshees. Huh. Okay, so now I'll do these buffs, and then I'll do the dodge. Oh, that was good. See, my buffs are still wearing out before I get to the big hit, though. I still feel like I'm doing something wrong. Wonder if I can get this guy over here. I guess not. I wish they would group up a little more. Island dead ahead. All hands, brace for impact. Ah. But is this where we're supposed to be? I guess we're supposed to be in Doma, so the answer is clearly not. Toto, I don't think we're in Doma anymore. Oh. Here I go, messed up my rotation again. Zoom way out. battlefield. The sea swallows all. Oh, I didn't realize that was 1 second away, or I would have just waited. My buff over there on the left. That works. No! Oh shit! Shit! Kill him! Kill him! Oh! I didn't jump the right way. Oh. I guess I'll go catch up to my team. I'll stop looking at the loot. I'm gonna fight the Flying Dutchman or something? Why is this not... Oh. I thought I changed my weapon out settings to make it to where I couldn't target my teammates, but maybe not. He was easy. Oh, he wasn't the actual boss. Oh, I like how this guy looks. He's like those golems that I said looked stupid the other day. Shadow flow. Point of that. You just take damage while you're in it? Ooh. What is this? Oh, okay. That's neat. This is actually really interesting. I like this. Okay. I think I did that right. Nobody died, so... Perfect. I don't need these. And I don't... The Isle of the Dead. I need a more central guy. Come on. The end of that fight was a little weird. Come back. Please. Oh, I guess I leveled up. Nice. Alright, last dude. Oops. Damn. Oh well. Trying to get a good look at this guy to decide if I like him more than the last one. I think I do. I think I like how this guy's designed more than the last guy. I saw the attack. I don't know why I didn't avoid it. I just saw that I couldn't interrupt it. I stopped worrying about it. Huh. I'm gonna call it now. This person probably has a stun attack where their head goes off in like a different corner of the arena. Once again learning. I guess he messed something up. Forced mark. Oh! Oh no! What a bad time to join. Morbid advance. Okay. Is that unavoidable, or was my character still technically looking at it? I'm gonna untarget it next time. Morbid retreat. Okay. Look away. No. That was a different attack though. Origin Tears. Isn't that a Gamer Subs flavor? If it's not, it should be. Morbid Advance. Okay, for this attack, I am going to look away. That didn't work. Somber Melody. I don't think we've seen this one yet. Voidwater 3. If he didn't say it, I would have completely forgot LB was even a mechanic. Much appreciate. Got some interesting glams going on here. GG, enjoy. Take your commendation. I know that's why you're still here. Double commendation. That's what it's all about. There for a while, I was getting triple commendations. I felt really proud of myself. It's like I'm doing a good job.
That appears to be the last of them.
Word from the Misery. Repairs are complete, and we may resume our journey without further delay.
I swear, if I never hear another ghost story, it will be too soon.
We're going way far. We've made it. I actually didn't even expect to leave.
I remember the sea.
Oh.
The smell of the
Whoa!
sea and the crash of the waves as we drew closer to Kugani.
Wow. This place looks sick.
The only port open to outsiders in Hingashi, across the Ruby Sea from Offhard, from Doma. All the colors of the rainbow, all the peoples of the world, all in one place. I wish you could have seen it.
I was just wondering who she was talking to, but she's probably talking to like Ida or something like that. Congratulations, you now stand in Kugane, the western port of Hingashi. Regrettably, the only port in this nation open to foreign trade. And I do apologize for the unforeseen difficulties which befell us during our journey. Needless to say, your assistance in overcoming them was much appreciated. Awesome. Okay, we got Archer. Take the Archer armor. Glad though I am to have arrived, I would remind you all that we are here from home with limited resources at our disposal. Duly noted, brother. I shall take care not to enjoy myself. In any event, Doma is our final destination, and our first order of business should be to secure passage there. Captain Carvelane, I realize you pledge only to take us as far as Kugane, and I have no desire to change the terms of our agreement. I should, however, be interested to know how you would go about reaching Authard were you in our position. At the risk of stating the obvious, you are in a port. Surely there is a kind and generous soul here who will aid you for the right price. You cannot be the first traveler seeking passage to Doma. The captain makes a good point. 'Tis like that Yugiri and Gosetsu were forced to come here for the self-same reasons we were. They must have found a way to Authard, assuming they are not still in the city. Ere we seek passage, mayhap we should first seek our friends. Leave it to me, Alphino. Making friendly inquiries is my specialty. Lest you forget, I got plenty of practice in Ishgard. Captain Carvelane, could you direct us to the nearest tavern? Desperate for a drink, are we? You may find one in that large building just beyond the pier. Whether your journeys have come to an end or are about to begin, the Shiokaze Holstery is an ideal place to rest, relax, and reflect, or so they say. And with that, my dear scions, I bid you farewell. As soon as we have replenished our supplies, we must away. Ours was an ever fast-moving business. The spice trade, you mean? But of course, surely you do not think I traveled halfway around the world and delivered you to your destination solely out of the kindness of my heart. Perish the thought. Thank you, Captain. May the Navigator watch over and keep you. Bye-bye. Right then, to the hostelry. After you.
By the 12. I thought Ishgard remarkable, but this... We are certainly not in Eorzea anymore.
A tavern is a tavern, Alphino, here or anywhere else. Now, if you'll excuse me, it's time to do what I do best.
Oh, 1,000 pardons, my lady.
Run into people.
The signs of the 7th dawn, I presume. I hope your voyage was not too trying.
Oh?
And you are?
Ah, yes, of course. Forgive me. Hancock of the East Aldenard Trading Company, at your service. On behalf of Chairman Lolorito, I bid you welcome to Kugane and invite you to take refreshments at our local offices.
Lolorito, huh?
Lolorito? I was aware his interests extended beyond the borders of Eorzea, but not so far as Kugane. Regardless, I am disinclined to accept the hospitality of grinning merchants, especially those who serve a master with whom we have such a difficult relationship.
What if it happened to him? He kind of just disappeared out of the story, right? It didn't actually say anything about where he ended up.
Naked suspicion. I do hope that business with the Crystal Braves did not rob you of all faith in your fellow man. Or do you really think the chairman is plotting to drag you into another one of his grand schemes?
He ain't gonna like that.
If you are trying to win my trust, you are failing quite spectacularly.
Oh dear, have I offended you?
Kick him in the shin. Totaru, kick him in the
Once
shin.
again, I must apologize. Too much time in the Far East, you see. One is compelled to talk in circles round everything here, and one finds oneself longing for the invigoratingly candid speech of the Uldan markets. Though I see now that this was neither the time nor the place to indulge said longing.
Look at her, dude. She's thinking about it.
Might I suggest that we continue this conversation at the company offices? Too many eyes and ears here, you understand. 'Twould be decidedly reckless to say any more.
If I may favor you with the invigorating candy you apparently crave, it would be decidedly reckless to follow a man I neither know nor trust. Give me one good reason why we should accept Lord Lolorito's invitation.
Now there's the young diplomat I was told to expect. Very well then, I shall explain.
So he was here
You understand
specifically
that you
for
are come
us.
to a most reclusive and secretive nation, yes? One whose borders are closed to foreign trade save at this single port. Then it should come as no surprise that a great many parties have vested interests here. Merchants like myself are a given, of course, but for every one of us, you may be certain there is also an agent of a foreign government.
Fair.
Many notable nations and empires have embassies here, you know, including, of course, the Garlean Empire.
Is that a Ninja Turtle?
With whom you have such a difficult relationship?
What am I? I think that's a Ninja Turtle.
To paraphrase, Kagani is teeming with Imperial spies, one or several of whom could now be listening to our every word.
Thank you, Alize.
Something to that effect, yes. Beneath this veneer of bustling trade, a war for supremacy is being waged between world powers. One might say we were standing on the front lines, just not in public.
I still have my doubts, but he may have a point. I say we accept his invitation for now.
Alright, Hancock. And you must be Minfina Pendragon, Slayer of Gods, Rider of Dragons, Savior of Ishgard, Stealer of Pants, if some of the more puzzling rumors are to be believed. I knew it! May I say what an honor and a pleasure it is to make your acquaintance, my lady. I just know you and I are going to get along famously. Now then, without further ado, allow me to escort you to the company offices. This being your first visit to our fair city, I shall make an effort to point out various landmarks along the way, if you would be so good as to follow me. Okay, I don't remember when, but I know there was something to do with pants at one point, but I don't remember what it was. Everyone, if I could have your attention, please. You are now standing in the Tin Kanto. Wow. This place actually does look really cool. Loosely translated, the name means Spire of Drifting Souls, which, as some of you may have deduced, makes reference to the aetheryte which stands over yonder. The design is markedly different than some of those of Charlian, yet I trust its function is identical. Oh, there it is. A diplomat and a scholar. Will the wonders never cease? Far Eastern aetheryte technologies have a long and storied tradition, I assure you. This particular example was constructed by the Onishishu, a collective of skilled craftsmen who guard their ancestral techniques with the utmost secrecy. In short, you will find it no less reliable than its Western counterparts. A tune if you like. Thank you for reminding me. I probably wouldn't have. Perfect. Alright, back to it. Beautiful though it may be, we cannot spend all day staring at the aetheryte. Come, come, let us move along. The markets are next. Damn, dude. I feel like I could just walk around this area and do absolutely nothing else. It's kind of what I did at the beginning of the game when I started playing. Around the three main, like, areas. We have arrived at the largest shopping district in Kogane Dori. Oh, we were going to look at it anyway. Kugane, as you are doubtless unaware, is an ancient Hingen word for gold. So, in this prosperous port, where golden fortunes are made, lesser fortunes, or Kogane, are earned by the local merchants. It's all quite logical once you learn the language. Hehehe, now you're beginning to speak my language. Oh ho, a kindred spirit! What a pleasure it is to meet a young lady who appreciates the value of hard-won coin. Yes! Hancock of the East Aldenard Trading Company. Are you with clients today? Why, if it isn't Master Caton. Pray allow me to introduce you to my esteemed guests, but recently come from distant Eorzea. This kind and generous soul supervises all transactions here in Kogane Dori. Your sincerity is ever appreciated. As he says, I am Kaiten of the Hakuchi clan, and it is my honor to serve as overseer of these markets. As we receive many foreign visitors in Kugane, we accept all manner of currencies. Rest assured, your Eorzean Gil are welcome here. I invite you to peruse our wares at your leisure. Arms, armor, foodstuffs, potables. Here you'll find all of them and more. Right. I knew I needed to do something. If we may pause here for a moment. This road leads to the Ijin Gai, the district of which Ijin, or foreigners, are permitted to reside. Oh, is this the housing? Would this also be where foreign embassies are found, including that of a certain empire? Precisely. So you see, it would not be at all unusual to cross paths with one of our Garlean cousins here. With this in mind, I would encourage you to choose your words carefully. We would not want any physical altercations after all, being such spats being strictly forbidden. The Seki Segumi punish breaches of the peace quite severely. I have seen foreigners permanently exiled for a single violation, though, to be fair, this is not common. More often than not, they are executed on the spot. What? Cut down then and there? You're joking, right? Would that I were, but alas, these samurai are a humorless lot. Why, I recall one instance when a foreign merchant, in his cups, dared lay hands upon a Hingen aristocrat in front of the Seki Segumi. The samurai cut him in half with a single stroke. Ugh, I don't even want to think about that. So as you see, it would behove you to behave. Failing that, we may be forced to part ways with one another, or you with yourselves, in the manner of the late Teleji Adeleji. Too soon, too soon. Oh, how I amuse myself, but we must carry on. I have yet to show you the Garlean consulate. I love the reactions in this game. I don't know how to describe it. But it's like every time there's some humor like that. It is perfectly to my sense of humor. This, as you may have surmised, is the consulate of you-know-who. Mark the guards at the gate. Are their uniforms not different from those you have seen in the West? I can't see them that well, but they actually do kind of look different. I think it's just because I'm a bit far away, though. Were you to travel far and wide, you would find that many such variations exist, often inspired by local designs, all of which goes to show that even a massive empire seeking to rule all of creation is not without its artisans. Oh, wait, was he saying that they are different? I guess I just didn't understand. Hey, chill out, I'm just looking at the fit. Okay. Okay, yeah. I guess I just misunderstood him. There is oh so much more I could speak of. The soothing waters of the onsen, the ephemeral delights of the pleasure district, but you are doubtless still weary from your long sea voyage. Let us retire to the company offices. By the grace of Lord Lolorito. This Ethernet. Okay. I wonder if we're going to actually see Lolorito here. That's what I'm thinking. At long last we'll arrive at our destination. May I present to you our humble offices? We have much to discuss, so I will refrain from further prattle. Come, right this way. Wow.
Our thaumaturgists took great pains to ward these walls against all manner of surveillance. Where business dealings are concerned, we do not compromise on confidentiality. You may avail yourselves of these offices for the duration of your visit. Come and go as you like, and know that you may speak freely here.
Your offer is most generous, but I will not enter into any agreement which would leave us beholden to you or your master.
A legitimate concern. Allow me to clarify then. The chairman bids you consider this as an expression of his heartfelt contrition for the bloody banquet and the unpleasantness which followed. Never having been one to put stock in words alone, the chairman deems the provision of material aid to be a more appropriate demonstration of his sincerity. By sheer coincidence, your purpose here also happens to coincide with our own interests. That is, assuming you are come to aid the Doman Liberation Front.
How could... I will not bother to offer a denial. You have the right of it. To be specific, we are come in search of our Far Eastern allies, Yugiri and Gosetsu, whom we hope to assist in their fight.
The Auri Shinobi and the Rugadan Samurai? Then you will be pleased to know that they have both come to Kugani.
Is Auri plural for Aura? Because I thought it was RA. Or, no, it wouldn't be plural, it would be... I don't know what the right term for that is, grammar-wise.
Are you sure?
Quite. They came here aboard a company vessel, you see. However, they encountered difficulties securing passage across the Ruby Sea.
The Ruby Sea? Sorry, I've never been any good at geography.
Oh my god. Speak in my language. Please elaborate.
Forgive me. This calls for a map. We are here in Kugani, the sole open port of Hingashi, situated on her western coast. Doma, meanwhile, is here on the eastern coast of Otherd in Yansha. Therefore, if your friends are to reach Doma, they must first cross the Ruby Sea.
Okay, that's kind of what I had in mind. That seemed pretty self-explanatory.
Alas, this is easier said than done, as the Ruby Sea does not fall within the dominion of either Hingashi or Doma, being controlled since antiquity by a third party, namely the Confederacy. Said maritime collective is known for the consummate skill of its sailors, and for demanding that any vessel entering its waters pay a toll referred to as the Ruby Tithe. In exchange, the Confederacy's vast fleet guarantees the safety of those who travel within its territory. Now, as I'm sure you are aware, Garlemald conquered Doma some 25 years past, at which time the Empire saw no value in controlling the Ruby Sea, and thus did they turn a blind eye to the activities of the Confederacy. The recently appointed acting Imperial Viceroy of Doma had other ideas, however. She has formally condemned the Confederacy and declared that any who recognize their authority shall be branded enemies of the Empire.
So there's a... She's the same position to Doma that Xenos is to actual Garlemald? Do I have that right?
Pressure, Hingashi severed ties with these toll takers and forbade the payment.
Because he's a viceroy too, right?
Prompting the Confederacy to make it known that any merchants choosing to sail the Ruby Sea would do so at their peril.
So they're just hostile now? I think that's what they were saying.
No wonder they struggled to secure passage to Doma. What captain would risk such a journey given the circumstances?
I am told your friends were not so easily deterred from their course, but I know not whether their persistence bore fruit.
I say we follow in Yugiri and Gosetsu's footsteps and attempt to secure passage to Doma for ourselves. We will need to cross the sea in any case, and we may learn something of their whereabouts in the process. And should we find that they are still in Kugane, we can make the journey together.
In that case, I have some information which may be of use to you. No quid pro quo, I assure you. The chairman was most insistent that I aid you to the best of my ability.
Nah, they're merchants, so there's gotta be something in it for them. Get these viewbot chats out of here. Ban. Goodbye. It's at least once every time. Though I'm reluctant to take any action whatsoever that could be construed as placing ourselves in Lord Laldorito's debt, we must avail ourselves of what means are available. Our Alamegan allies place their faith in us, and I do not intend to disappoint them. Oh! I get another present! The last present was, the Tataru outfit, right? It would seem inefficient for us to go venture out together in search of information on Yugiri and Gosetsu's whereabouts, agreed. Agreed, we need to cast our net wider, split up and pursue all available avenues of inquiry. But if we're to coordinate our efforts effectively, we'll need to establish a working base of operations here. Indeed, Tataru would seem best suited to the task of organizing our supplies and procuring new ones. While she attends to that, we four can begin our search by questioning the individuals Hancock identified. Alize and I will take those in the southern districts of the city, and the two of you can take those in the north. In anticipation of just such an eventuality, I took the liberty of preparing some few sketches of Yugiri and Gosetsu during our voyage. Whoa! Wow. Yushola warned me that you were a bit of an artist, but these are great. They'll definitely come in handy. Damn, dude. Alphino went down the wrong, life path. Looks like it's you and me, Menfina. Let's step outside and talk about where to start. Wow, Alphino's sketches are so... I don't know how to put it, but they're very... well, see for yourself. You may view Alphino's sketch at any time during this quest by using the relevant item in the Key Items menu. This looks more like them than they do, honestly. He could make a living doing this. That's what I'm saying! Sorry, no time for distractions. Why don't we start by visiting Karaku at the Onsen? That was it! Oh, this place looks almost even better in the day, I would say. You can see all the color. Am I going the wrong way? It's another spot that I'm gonna have to learn the layout of. You know what this reminds me of? I didn't play it a whole lot, but I did see, what was the game called? Where Winds Meet? Last time I played, I got to that really big city, and then I stopped. I went onto the wall. How's it going? I'm just talking about the new surrounding areas. Like I was saying, it looks a lot like that city in Where Winds Meet. Which I loved getting on the wall and looking at it too, by the way. Subami, what do you have for me? This is a dungeon. Oh, that's the one I already attuned to. Where? Oh. Okay. I gotta get my bearing. I'm lost right now. By the way, dropped you a follow. Thank you so much. Trying to get to 10. I'm at 6 now, so we're getting there. Slowly but surely, we're getting there. How's it going? It's going really good. I didn't expect to even leave Eorzea. So, the fact that we're here now is, wasn't in my expectations. And the whole island that we stopped at, midway through the journey was a pleasant surprise. This Ethernet's up here. I will say that boss didn't have the gimmick that I was saying, which it is what it is. Karaku. Come on, come one, come all. Burns, cuts, embarrassing rashes. There is not but the mystical waters of the Bokaisen hot springs cannot heal. Oh, what is that in your hand? How long have I been streaming in general? I looked yesterday. It was, I think this is like my 26th stream. And I've done like 2 times a week. So just for the past few weeks now. Ah, you seek this Aurora and this Roganin, do you? 1,000 apologies, but I cannot help you. It is against our policy to divulge information regarding patrons, past or present. Please, we came all the way from Eorzea to find our friends. We have our reputation to consider, miss. Men and women from all walks of life come here in search of rejuvenation, body and soul. Look at the size of those sandals on the right. Gosetsu's definitely here. They seek privacy and discretion, and we have ever honored their wishes. Only the Sekisugumi may demand otherwise. I'm sorry, but there's naught I can do. Keep going, you'll get better and better. That's the idea. I suppose we'll just have to ask someone else then. What about that woman who runs the hostelry? Kotokaze, was it? For the first few weeks, it was just all about building a habit out of actually going live multiple times a week. Do I play other games? Yes, I do. Not lately, though. It's been all Final Fantasy, pretty much. Which you will not hear me complaining. This game has been so sick. Oh, I didn't get this one. This is good. I'm gonna run and get this Ethernet before I accept the mission. It's a little out of the way compared to the others. For being what I assume is linked, like, up here. Welcome, traveler. Can I interest you in some rice wine? Exceptional quality, delivered but the other day. Do I stream daily? Not daily. I've done 3 times a week this week, and that's the most I've ever done in a week. Ah, an Ori shinobi and a Roganin samurai. If I may, I would answer your question with some few of mine own. I speak of that which you know, Ijin. Be not offended. You are familiar with the situation in the lands across the Ruby Sea, the doomed rebellion after 2.5 decades of quiet. I see, and you are familiar with the ways of Hingashi, how we elect to stand apart and support no cause but our own, indifferent and callous. Some may call us, but pragmatism is essential if a humble island nation such as ours is to survive. But we are not fools. Complete isolation is impractical, so Kugane is open to Ijin, and we are equally hospitable to all. Or, if I must speak more plainly, yes, I can help you. But if I do, I must also oblige the ones who ask after you. Are you willing to accept this fair and equitable treatment? If anyone comes looking for us, tell them whatever you like. As you wish. The 2 individuals of whom you speak did indeed come here. They sought passage across the Ruby Sea. Few ships were willing to make that trip at the moment. Nevertheless, I made several introductions on their behalf. That was the extent of our interaction. I will provide you with the names of the captains if you like. I have some crazy art on my tablet. Would you mind if I share some with you? I've already had 1 million people come in here and ask that, and the answer is no. I obliged the first few, and it just led to nothing, so I I think if I want art, I'll commission it. Thank you, though. You've been a great help, Mistress Kotokaze. I'll be sure to come back for that wine sometime. We would welcome your custom, miss. I'm not really a big drinker, but rice wine sounds kind of good. We should question these captains as soon as we can. You take the first 3, I'll take the rest, then we'll meet here when we've finished, alright? Good luck. Wait, hold on. I like this person's outfit. I saw it in the cutscene, like right before it ended. I think I gotta go this way. Huh? What? Oh. I didn't even realize there were stairs here. Wow. I can't stop looking at it. What the hell? Oh. Oh, we're going to the docks, no wonder. Meticulous merchant. Passengers? No, we no longer offer that service. Too much trouble. Now we only transport goods. I told this to the samurai and sent him on his way. The woman? Pah! If it is a woman you seek, the pleasure houses have plenty. Kurt Captain. Yes, a Rogan gentleman did approach me. He wanted to charter a ship to take him across the Ruby Sea, the mad devil. I sent him away like all the others before him. The woman? Nay, I know her not. Probably on the other side of the dock. You asked me if I've seen this Ori woman and this Rogan samurai. The woman is unknown to me, but the man is not. He was for Doma, but I could not help him. We travel solely between here and Rod's at hand. It would be an unreasonable detour. I'm not gonna add you on Discord, man. Oh my god, I walked right past her. How did it... Oh, never mind. Judging from the look on your face, you didn't have much better luck than I did. I think he sketched something up before, didn't he? But we didn't... I don't think I got to keep that one. Well, I suppose we might as well head back. Wait, I just remembered. There was someone on my list I forgot to visit. Kyoto. He's a Namazu fisherman. Whatever that means. And a regular here. Maybe we'll find him if we look around. Was he the guy in the picture? Oh, it is up. Kyoto. I've seen this guy everywhere. What? What? Why do you stare? Do you have business with me? Ugh. By the 12, a talking fish. Yes, yes, a talking fish. How very observant of you, Egen. You find me in good spirits, so your rudeness I will ignore this once, but only if you address me again in the proper manner. Sorry, I've never met a... Let's start again. You're Kyoto, right? My name is Lyse, and this is Menfina. We're looking for some friends of ours. I see, I see. Both these ones I know well. I helped them secure passage across the Ruby Sea. Really? That's wonderful. Could you do the same for us? Yes, yes. This would not be a problem. For you, I could charter a ship this very day. But the journey is fraught with much peril. The fare will not be cheap. Are you sure you can afford to pay? I didn't think to bring any money, but surely Tataru will let us take whatever we need from the Scion's coffers, right? We wouldn't be the only passengers, though. Could we take a moment to talk it over with our friends? Yes, yes, but hurry. Your ship must depart under cover of darkness. We shall meet again at sunset on the Tasogare Bridge. Do not forget your fare. Bring many gil, yes. It's about time our luck changed. Alphino and the others will be thrilled. Oh, this bridge. That's the one we're going to meet on. I didn't realize that... Okay. I already got that. Did I get the Ethernet up here? Oh, it's the one in front of the building. Okay. Greetings, honored madam. Will you be entering the Ruby Bazaar offices? We spoke with a number of merchants and captains at the southern piers. Several recognized Gosetsu and confirmed that he had been searching for a vessel to deliver him to Authard. None, however, made any mention of Lady Yugiri. Yes, it was the same story for us, and then you'll never believe what happened. So this Gyoto claims to have aided both Gosetsu and Yugiri? How fortuitous. Not the word I would have chosen, Master Alphino. Stupid's what I'd call it. How can you agree to his price without making any attempt to haggle, or even confirming what it is in the first place? Yes, that too was a misstep on their part, but it is not what troubles me most. Kyoto and his brethren are not renowned for their generosity of spirit. Rather, they are disdained as scheming moneylenders, ever eager to turn a profit from others' misfortune. Everyone else we questioned stated that Gosetsu was alone. Only Kyoto claims to have met both him and Yugiri. I suppose it's just possible that Gosetsu made inquiries by himself and only called upon Yugiri once he had found a willing captain? But it is equally possible, if not more likely, that you are being deceived. Do not forget that there are parties present in Kugane with agendas which may run contrary to your own. The Viceroy was once a spy himself, as I recall. I should be surprised if she did not have countless agents here in her employ, all eager to prove themselves to their new master. And what better way to do so than by delivering her the heads of foreign insurgents? Fine, you may be right about him, but if Gyoto's working for the Empire, who's to say he didn't try the same trick on Yugiri and Gosetsu? I mean, if he did, he might know where they are, and if he succeeded, they might be in trouble. Anyway, if he holds up his end of the bargain, we'll have nothing to worry about, will we? If he tries to betray us, I vote we take him prisoner and punch him until he tells us the truth. He does look very punchable. So, if it's a trap, we'll spring it and deal with the consequences. I like the way you think. Very well. We should prepare for the worst. Tataru will remain here, and I shall follow the three of you at a discreet distance. Once more, I must caution you to avoid physical altercations at all costs. Even should Imperial agents attempt to engage you, the Sekisagumi will not hesitate to clap you in irons or cut you down. If anything untoward should happen, you are to return her at once. Is that clear? I feel like it's not gonna go that way. Dude. Get out of here, Tataru. To review, Lyse, Menfina, and I will meet with Gyoto as planned. Alphino will keep watch from a distance, ready to provide support in the likely event that Gyoto attempts to betray us to the Imperials or whomever else. Should that happen, you and Lyse will subdue him, and together we will make our escape. As our actions will surely draw the attention of the Sekisagumi, we will evade them with Alphino's assistance and return here with our prisoner. Does that meet everyone's approval? Of course, these precautions will be for naught if Gyoto does not play us for fools, but we shall see. To the bridge. To the bridge. Next week. I'm calling it tonight. Gonna get off here. Don't know when I'm gonna go next. I know it's not tomorrow. It probably won't be... It probably won't be Sunday either. I have to look at my schedule. But I'll continue sometime next week. So let me go outside so that I'm in the rested XP area. Hingashi Kugane. Alright. Well, bye-bye.